But let's get right into it. So, this is insane. This story is crazy. Olivia Monroe, one of the single most brand and family-friendly streamers in existence ever. She is like one step from being a family kids entertainment channel on YouTube. The only thing probably preventing it is probably that she doesn't really want, I would assume she probably doesn't really want like young kids in her audience, and two, that she does play some mature games sometimes. Yeah, literally the personification of sweet cinnamon roll. Yeah. Wonderful person. Ollie is a very kind and sweet person. Got banned on Twitch yesterday. Out of the blue. Now, I have to explain to you the series of events that led to this ban. Because it is one of the craziest series of events I have ever seen. This is gone way past our sphere, and it is blown up. Ollie was sponsored by Ubisoft to play the new dog shit Assassin's Creed game, right? The new trash Assassin's Creed game with the same gameplay loop as all of previous Assassin's Creed games. It has a bunch of controversy about its about cultural insensitivity throughout the game. Some people are doing weird culture war stuff with it. Who cares about that? The reality is, this game is very controversial and also is in a franchise that is stagnant and boring. From a company that in of itself is financially failing in major ways. Their last major game, Star Wars, that they released, flopped hugely, and it was the exact same kind of game. All they do is this open world action game sloppa, and nobody cares about it anymore. Everyone is tired of this stuff. They are tired of it. Nobody wants it. But in an effort to try to outreach to people, Ubisoft has been sponsoring streamers to play it on the embargo date. And the embargo date was yesterday. So what happened was, what we learned through several of Olivia's friends, like Fang and Hina and Olivia herself talking about it in her Discord, was that she put out a scheduled tweet and said she was going to be streaming it today. Olivia streams in the mornings. The majority of her streams are in the mornings, chat. She starts at, I believe, what is it? It's 7 a.m. California time, which is 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So she said in her emails with Ubisoft, she said, 7 a.m., right? I'm scheduled for 7 a.m. And they said, yep, 7 a.m., that's good. Do you know when the actual embargo time was? Apparently, the actual embargo time for the game was 7 p.m. PST, meaning 12 hours later. Ubisoft, in their communications with Olivia, their employees could not tell the difference between AM and PM in the email chain. They could not tell the difference between AM and PM in the email chain. So, Olivia goes live at her normal time, 10 a.m., right? She receives an email from Ubisoft. Say, within 5 minutes of her stream starting, she receives an email to her inbox that you are in breach of embargo. She obviously does not see this because she's streaming. Within 5 minutes of that, they have DMCA'd her account. Ubisoft DMCA'd Olivia and took down her account. And the ramifications of this are crazy. This is, I cannot describe to you how many issues there are with this. So she was being paid to promote this video game. Paid. And they have now, in response to her trying to promote their video game, endangered her livelihood. This is her job. This is Olivia's, I think she does other things too, but I believe it is the primary income source. This is where the majority of her money comes from. is streaming. And a DMCA is a big deal. Now, the good news is she did get unbanned 5 hours later. Twitch, she put in an appeal, explained it to Twitch, and Twitch did unban her. But what if this hadn't happened? What if this had not happened? And also, we do not know how this is going to damage her account going forward. I do not know if this is being removed from her account, if Twitch is completely scrubbing it, because remember, they have now a system. We covered this a couple of days back. They have a system where if you get a major violation on your account, you are under significantly more scrutiny after that for further infractions. What if another accident happens after this? And Olivia gets a week, a month, 6-month ban over nothing. Ubisoft, in promoting their garbage game that nobody wants to play except for people who are actually... I believe that people who want to play this Assassin's Creed game, genuinely, chat, are brain rotted. I think that they are drones. They are consumers to the max. I don't understand how you would want to play a game in a franchise that has had, 20 releases, and nothing has significantly changed in, the last 10 years in this gameplay style. How much more of this slop can you eat? Are people... I genuinely, I have seen some people who seem to be wanting to play this game out of weird political brain rot to, own people who they perceive, oh, this person with this viewpoint doesn't like this game, I'm gonna play it to own them. And that is ridiculous. That's crazy. Ask more of your games. Ask more of your games, dude. Please. Don't pay $70 to $90 for an experience that you had in 2008. I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't make any sense. But, so yeah, I wanted to talk about this. It's very frustrating. Olivia is streaming again today, I believe. I don't know if she is... There's been no indication. I believe she actually just started now. I do not know if she is going to be doing the sponsorship still. If anybody watches her, if you could tell me if she says what she's doing. I very much hope that the sponsorship has been canceled. I will say that. I think that I think that she and many other people should stand on principle. And so this is what I would demand. If I was in her position, this is what I demand. Ubisoft pays me out, and I don't stream your game. That's what I would demand in her situation. I would say, you're giving me all the money that you promised me for this, and I am not playing your game on stream. I am deleting the sponsored tweet. I will not promote your game. You are paying me, and I will never work with you again. That is, I believe, the only reasonable. And I would go as far as demanding an apology too, a public fucking apology for that. Lord knows they probably wouldn't want to do that, but at very least, she deserves to be paid and not to play this game. I don't think that she should in any way support this. Just don't support this garbage. Don't support this company. Don't support this garbage. Don't work with them again. I will say definitively, I would never take a sponsorship from Ubisoft at this point. I already had some pretty big issues with how Ubisoft runs their business and the exploitative way that they price games and the creative stagnation that they have with their games. But at this point, seeing the way that they treat creators, I would never want to work with them. Never, not in a million years. All right, let me catch up on what you guys have to say about it too. Yeah, Ubisoft, we don't know how to tell time. Please buy our games. Just close the fucking branch at this point. Yeah. They should post the email showing they confirm the time and then tell Ubisoft your move. Yeah. That's what bothers me the most. Their response is a giant overreach because it means she wouldn't have been able to stream literally anything else. Yeah, and she didn't stream yesterday. She didn't stream she didn't get to stream the game on the embargo date because of what they did. Like, instead of trying to get into direct contact with her and be like, hey, like, you're not, like, we made a mistake. They went with the DMCA, which is just such an absurd, like, well, you don't have a social media guy? You don't have a social media guy on Twitch? Why does every company have a social media guy on Twitch who has an account there, who can go into people's chat and say, hey, I work with Ubisoft, I just need to DM you really quick about this? Like, why? Why? I don't understand. False bans, accidental or not, need to carry consequences. We need to stop giving publishers this much leeway. Fuck them. Yeah. Doesn't getting banned also cancel all reoccurring subs? Yes, it does. Potentially, well, maybe. We don't know. They might have reinstated stuff, but it usually does cancel all reoccurring subs when you get a permanent ban of, like that. I love Assassin's Creed 2 and 3, but I lost interest around those. Yeah. If you want a Ninja Stealth game, just play Origami 2 instead. Exactly. I do believe she was complied to because she's big though. If you want to, let's see, wait a second, sorry. If you want an Ubisoft game, play Steep. It's a real low road cheap in 2 games the past 10 years. I wouldn't buy, just don't play an Ubisoft game at all. Just don't play any games by them. If you want to play an Ubisoft game, buy it used at a game store so they don't get any money from it. Better yet, if it gets sponsored by a different company who gives even more than previous offer. That would be nice too, yeah. Even more so the out of compensation for the whole nonsense. I really don't have any desire to watch someone play this game, so I hope she doesn't have to at all. Yeah. Oh, agreed, yeah. She's playing Wanted, Dead or Alive on stream. Let's go. It's a huge business opportunity in this situation. If any company that is in competition with Ubisoft sponsored for a larger amount, I'd do wonders for their reputation. Oh, absolutely, yeah. It could be a huge win for another company if they wanted to step in. Sometimes you can even wipe their VODs too. Yeah. Why is it such a specific embargo time too? Time zones shit? Yeah, probably, yeah. I'm guessing it's time zone. It's probably French time zone bullshit, yeah. Any subs that would renew during the ban get canceled? Oh, okay, so for that 5 hours. So if any subs were renewing in that 5 hours period, she just lost that revenue, basically, if people don't go to resubscribe. Yep, yeah, really cool. Really cool of Ubisoft. Super cool. There's something that happened at Oshi a few months ago. 1 day suspension for an obvious false report and 3 years of her VODs and poof, gone forever. Man. See, I mean, that's why I'm telling you, like, people need to not try to back their, like, I've been very solid on this for a long time. People need to not back up their VODs to Twitch. Like, you should always have your VODs backed up to YouTube. Like, don't put your stuff on Twitch. Don't try to keep, Twitch is temporary storage for VODs for like a few months and then they go away. Always back your stuff up on another platform. She's in the process of moving them with 2. She's extra cash is a good thing. Yeah. She keeps the backups of both. That's what she does now. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Backups of multiple places to be safe. Yeah. So this whole story is very frustrating to me. It's very frustrating to me because companies overreach. And their absurd power over creators is just so frustrating. And the fact that the people who work at these companies are just so incompetent. Like, think about that. That's multiple levels of incompetence. You have the level 1 of incompetence of someone being unable to read time zones, read basic time zones, and definitively say what they should have said, like, the embargo time is this specific time at this specific time zone. So that she could at least confirm and check. And they didn't. And then the next level of they see her going live too early, and instead of looking at their emails, seeing what was said, and then trying to get direct contact with her through her Twitch chat, they just send a DMCA form. Some knuckle-dragging business suit just sends a DMCA form. That's crazy. Such strict embargoes, I just feel unnecessary as well, honestly. Like, even if it's just up to 12 hours before official release time, it should be fine. You count occasions where the creator receives a physical copy earlier than expected. Yeah, the company's obsession with controlling the narrative on release of when information about a game comes out is crazy, too. Like, who cares if gameplay is out 12 hours before you specifically wanted to? It just feels like a weird control thing. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Do you not want your game promoted, dude? Who cares if it releases at like 9:59 versus 10 o'clock? It doesn't matter. It's crazy. Didn't they send her a correction email minutes before banning her? Yes, they did. 3 minutes without even waiting. Yep, they did. They decided to use space laser when the letter would have worked. Yeah. All that games that are shown before official release typically increase sales. People want to see the gameplay before buying. Exactly. Can't have people showcasing the game's quality or lack thereof before they have a chance to give their money. I mean, buy the game first. Yeah. You know what's another ridiculous thing? I didn't pull it up, but the review scores are rolling in for the game, and it's actually, the review scores are very high and very good. But do you know what else had really high review scores from all publications? Like all 4s and 5s and 9s and 10s across the board? You know what had it?
Sick from work today. Hooray.
You know what had it? I'll tell you what had it. Starfield. Starfield was universally praised by critics. And look how that turned out. I played Starfield, chat. It was one of the most boring games I have ever played. Literally, I love Fallout games. I could not get through more than like 3 or 4 hours of that game before I put it down and never touched it again. I uninstalled it. It was so dull. And that game was universally praised by critics. So I don't trust the review scores, because also there's another thing about Ubisoft. They have apparently, I didn't look into this allegation pretty deeply. I don't know the context, but allegedly they have been threatening to sue people for negative coverage of the new Assassin's Creed game. There were allegedly threats made by Ubisoft to send lawsuits to people who covered it negatively. So, I double don't trust these review scores. If companies were like basically having a gun point to their backs, which honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if they were. I think this Assassin's Creed is Ubisoft's last chance to try to wring profit out of the market before their company folds. I think if this game doesn't do well, then Ubisoft is probably dead by the end of 2025. I think that they are probably bought out by another company. Now, I think that they're probably going to get bought out by the end of 2026. That's been my prediction for a while, that I think Ubisoft is going to be done in a few years. I think that they are not sustainable. I think they're spending way too much money on games. I think their games are uninspired and boring. I think that when they do have an inspired concept, they don't promote it enough and then it undersells. I don't think that Ubisoft will be around in the next few years. But I think especially if Assassin's Creed does not do well, I think that the entire company tanks off a cliff. It's very important. Yeah, same with Dragon Age. Yeah, and Dragon Age was very divisive. It was a very divisive game. It's probably better than Starfield, but it was still pretty divisive, but it got like 9s and 10s all across the board by critics. Yeah, critics can't be trusted in the video game industry because their opinions can be bought at this point. Yeah. In some cases, it matters because even stupider reason, the reason that it might not matter because on day one patch to be paired on release. Yeah. I was very put off when Mario and Luigi Brothers was given pretty bad reviews by yeah, well, it's because Nintendo's checked it and clear. The only thing worse than negative coverage is zero coverage. Why are they so dull? Yeah. Arthur, do you play your games on journalist mode? No. Assassin's Creed isn't the first time they've threatened people to not do native reviews either. That's a repeated thing. Yeah, was Ubisoft Kane and Lynch as well? Or was that a different company that did the Kane and Lynch stuff back in the day when Gertzman got fired? At this point, even if Ubisoft releases something brand new that looks fun, I'll probably just not buy it because I'm too frustrated with them in general. Yeah, no, I don't think any. I am very strong on this. I don't think people should support Ubisoft as a company. I think that Ubisoft has been a predatory like company. Probably, I would say Ubisoft is my least favorite company in the gaming industry, even more than EA at this point. I think they have actually supplanted EA as my least favorite company in gaming right now, which is hard to do. It was IO Interactive. It was Eidos. Oh, okay, that was a different company. Yeah, because Kane and Lynch, they threatened because Jeff Gerstmann gave a bad review to Kane and Lynch, and the website he was working for, I can't remember what the website was. They had Kane and Lynch ads plastered all over the website, and they basically told him to change the review before it was published. And he said, "Lamau, no," and they fired him. Was it Ubisoft CEO who said we need to get used to not owning our games? It was, yes. It was, exactly. Isn't that awesome? Isn't that sick? Oh, golly. Yeah, and then Kane and Lynch 2 sucked. Yeah. Play with some older games and buy from a third party system or just go high seas. I think the last time they threatened anyone was actually actually Just Dance games, and before it, that was Outlaws. Oh my god. Olivia put a prison tattoo on her model and cut the model's hair. That's so good. It's so funny. That's a good bit. I still have a big hate voter for EA due to the microtransactions in Skate when it ain't even out yet. It was IO that did it. It was Eidos, the former developer, later publisher. I don't know who it was involved with it, but someone put pressure on them due to the negative review, though. I know that. I do remember that pretty vividly. I think Ubisoft has clenched the crown for worst AAA company at this point. I would agree. And luckily, Ubisoft is also failing, so we might actually see them go out of business, unlike EA, who's still printing money. I'm so scared that Skate 4 is going to be a multiplayer slop. It will be. It absolutely will be. Skate 4 will probably not be playable. Just go play Tony Hawk 3 and 4, dude. Fact check, they are a quad A company? True. And yo, you're right. You're so right, Boofy. You're so correct for this.